Hi, it's Russ from Pro Tools Expert, and I've got my hands on the new Auria iPad DAW that was been long awaited. We interviewed the guys from Wavemachine Labs at NAMM this year, and we have been waiting for this for some time. So we've got a copy. It's just hit the store today, the App Store. And so here it is on an iPad. It's an iPad 2, 16GB Wi-Fi and 3G. Now I've loaded up the demo, so I'm going to give you a quick show and tell of my first impressions of it, and then you can head over to the App Store and check it out for yourself as well. So this is a song that they've shipped with it, which is really cool and really helpful. And then I'll give you my first impressions and a quick show and tell, as I say, but I won't go into too much detail. What I'm going to do in the next video is show you how you can get stuff from this into your DAW and vice versa. Now that is via OMF, import and export, or you're going to have to bring your files in as WAV files. So as I say, you have basically two windows. It's very like Pro Tools in some ways, because it's just a window application, which is a mix window and then an edit window, and there we go. We can just literally, this is one thing I'm sure most of you wanted to see so far, is the ability to just go through and zoom in and out on all these waveforms and stuff like that, and use it just by using your fingers. So as I say, let's play a bit of the track first. So you have an edit window here, and then you have, I say, a mix window, and it ships with an effects unit, which is the PSP channel strip, which is quite cool, and then we can add other stuff in as well. So the classic verb, convolution reverb, retune. Then there's a plugin store. So let's just have a quick look then, and just restore that back to where it was. It's got a nice undo, which is quite cool, and a redo, which is nice. So let's play you a bit first and let you listen.
Don't feel it as a disconnect when I'm standing here at the bar.
Sounds quite cool, actually.
Disrespect when I say, girl, that you are the finest by far. Oh yeah.
So let's go into a track for a second. For example, let's go back to the vocal, and we'll find out where that comes in on the track. Somewhere here, there's the lead vocal. So we come here on the timeline at the top there, start playing it.
Girl, I've been eyeing you, and I think you've been eyeing me. But where do I start my approach if I don't know if you dig a fella like me?
So we go.
I ain't no superstar, and baby, I sure ain't rich. I don't drive a fancy car, but I hope I'm the fella you're dancing with. Checking your signals now, I try not to misconstrue. Baby, if you do what I like, then I know that you'll know that I like what you do. And don't feel it as a disconnect when I'm standing here at the bar. I don't mean it as a disrespect when I say, girl, that you are the finest by far. Oh yeah, baby.
So those are the tracks, as I say, and then we have we can create subgroups. So they've got subgroups for things like kick.
Coming close. Makes me want to tell you something so emotional.
A really nice touch, which I'd like to see actually more DAWs as well, is that this really nice metering. You don't get metering like that in some top DAWs, so it's really nice on an iPad to see something like that.
Baby, the way you move your body, it's like an endless party. So you be the Coke and I'll be Bacardi.
So let's go out to the edit window. So let's show you how editing works. Very straightforward. Let's something like there's a guitar here, and I can see if we go to the beginning of this guitar part, we can go in here. We can see at the moment there's a fade in there, and we can do things like, so we can mark areas and edit them. So let's have a quick listen to this guitar. Let's just put it in solo for a second and just come back there again. That's on one channel. Let's try these keys instead. Beginning of the keys, there they are. So let's play them from there. Let's say we wanted to go in and do some editing on this keyboard part. We could do a number of things. We can straight away, we could click on there and just grab it, and then just top corner we can grab that, and then we can start drawing in with our fingers. See the fade coming in there? Now as you do that as well, you'll see up in this top corner here that you can choose different fades. So I could choose one like that instead and just hold my finger on it again and just Now I've got fat fingers and it sometimes doesn't work straight away. So there we go. Now to select an area. So let's say we wanted to select this area and treat it differently. We could just double click on there and hold it down, and then we can mark that area. Then we could cut it. Could do some processing here as well. Could do like gain, normalize, stuff like that. Or we could just, in an edit, we could just put, we could split that region there. And there's a split there. Sorry, that's a split on that point. Let me just undo that there. So what we could do instead, we could come in the menu, edit menu, and we could separate that. And so we've got 3 parts in there now. We could do all sorts of stuff. We could come in here and put a, let's say we want to put a fade on that instead. And that would now play that. So that's really quite cool. That's really nice. I do like that. That's very nice. A nice feature is this solo button here. They've got a solo warning here. If we tap it, the whole lot comes back in. To load stuff in, we can export stuff as AAF and bring it in as AAF. We can save stuff to Dropbox, which is really nice. If you're working on something and you're away from home and you want to send it to a Dropbox to one of your band members, that you can as well. And then you can import and export AAF. So I'm going to be showing you that because as Pro Tools users in particular, we want to be able to use this in Pro Tools and then send it back out to Pro Tools, which is nice. We can import the audio as well. So we can go to the import audio dialog. Then we can bring as many as we want in. And there's all sorts of settings in there, including whether you want to import it on start of the song, current timeline position, or broadcast WAV position. So they've really done a lot of thinking on this. This is nowhere near a very basic app. This is an app that's taken a hell of a lot of time to put together, and you can see as you go around it and start exploring it, there's all sorts of stuff going on there. And if we go into the menu, and things like the input matrix is nice, which leads me on to this next question. How do you get audio into and out of this? Well, there's a couple of interfaces straight away. It should work with any bus compliant interface via the camera connection kit, but if you want to do it professionally and get audio in and out, then we interviewed a guy from RME at NAMM this year, and there's an RME interface I know that works with it. There's several interfaces already on the market for iPad, and more will come. And then once you've got it connected, then you can use this to bust this to different tracks. And at the moment, you see there's only one input, so the mic's coming in, so all I can do is bring a mic into any of those tracks. But if I had a multi-channel input and output, I could actually use this matrix to actually set them up. So very nice, that matrix. Then if you quickly look into the settings menu, there's a lot of thought gone into this as well. And as you can see, it's by no means a Mickey Mouse piece of application. This is really, really seriously thought about, and that's why they've taken their time. I love this stuff from Wavemachine Labs. I love Drumagog, and this looks like it's no exception. This is by no means, as I say, some basic application. This is going to find its way into the hands of lots of professionals. So there's the settings. So I think really in terms of show and tell, that's it. I'll come back soon and give you a second showing of something else, but as you can hear, great audio, great editing features. As you get used to them, it takes a bit of time, but once you do get used to them, it's all pretty straightforward to just move stuff around and zoom in and out, as I say, like that. So there we are. £35, about $50. Well, it's fantastic. It really is really very cool. And I know some people think I give these away with packets of crisps, but I do really think this deserves the Editor's Choice Award, because for me to go on a plane, import a Pro Tools session, do some work on it, and then mixing it or editing it, and then bring it back to my studio and then edit it again for £35 on an iPad, then I think it's outstanding value for money. So there we are, my show and tell, Editor's Choice Award. Go and check it out if you're an iPad user. Say iPad 2, it's doing fine, about 50% CPU with quite a big song on there. And I'll come back in another session and show you how to import and export to Pro Tools. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.